Hey, this is Call of Duty Vanguard. I've mostly streamed the multiplayer of this, but I've just gotten to the end of the campaign, and I thought maybe I would stream the last mission, because I haven't done any streams of the campaign yet. So, if you don't want spoilers for this game, don't watch this video. Oh wait, this is not the mission? Where's the mission? Where's the mission? What are we doing? Oh, in the car. Right, of course. Well, this is going to be exciting.
This is a tough car, not a hot rod.
I remember one of the earliest missions in the very first Call of Duty was a car mission. I loved that mission. Oh, yikes. Oh, gosh. Okay. Okay, I can't crouch at all. And reloading takes forever. I think this is going to show how on rails the game is. Because it doesn't seem to matter whether or not I've shot these enemies. They still crash at the same time. I don't know how else you would do it. Oh, there's that guy. I can definitely see why people with low vision would really struggle with a game like this, because I'm struggling to see, to sort of recognize these enemies against the background. Yeah, like that guy is clearly there, but he's much easier to see when he's firing at me. All right, I've got almost no bullets left. So we'll switch to single shot. Oh, hey, here's some bullets. All right, looks like there is a way around. Wait, are these civilians? Okay, let's not murder the civilians. Hey, buddy. By the way, I am playing on regular difficulty, so you are not going to see me facing a whole heck of a lot of challenge here. Back when Call of Duty was new, I used to always play on veteran difficulty. Like, I was obsessive about it. I really wanted to have the experience that was the most like real war, you know, or whatever. Oh, they had a trigger for recognizing when I've advanced enough. But the problem with that was I needed to have a lot of time on my hands, because that meant a lot of dying and a lot of retrying. And these days, you know, I do get into playing Call of Duty multiplayer, and I really like sort of getting as good as I can at Call of Duty multiplayer. But I don't have the same kind of pride in Call of Duty campaign. Really, I want to see the story. I want to see like how the story is told, you know, what it is they're saying. Like, that's way more important to me than, you know, showing what a badass I am or whatever. Like, trying to, you know, play the hardest version of it. So, oh gosh, let's just run away from that grenade. I don't know if this is a good place for me to be, but it's regular difficulty, so who cares? Yay! Oh, that's my friend. Oh gosh, another one of those. Okay, where is everybody? Oh, did I see a guy moving? Yes, I did. There he is. And there you go. Yeah, ever since I saw Black Hawk Down, whenever I got an assault rifle, the main thing I want to do is fire single shots with it. That's what the Delta guys did in Black Hawk Down. And I was like, oh, wow, that's way cooler than, like, you know, because that was, you know, I grew up in the 80s where action movie stars, you know, a lot of the time, they would just walk out with a huge machine gun and just mow people down. It actually just wasn't very exciting. And I ended up, you know, as a teenager in the 90s, I really liked, you know, like, say, Die Hard, because it took, like, the original Die Hard took the fragility of the main character a lot more seriously, and, like, sort of how deadly bullets are way more seriously. And that was nice, but it was actually, like, I don't know, seeing the way that those professional soldiers in Black Hawk Down. What the heck is this guy? the way that they would, they had an assault rifle. What the heck is going on? Is this guy does he have infinite health? What the heck was that? Oh no, he had magical smoke grenades. That's what was going on. Magical smoke grenades make you immune to damage. Everyone knows that. Anyway, but yeah, it was like seeing that behavior where you're like, oh yeah, no, the way that you, and it was partly like things like Black Hawk Down. It was also stuff like Full Spectrum Warrior, which is a brilliant game. Really emphasized that, full auto fire is not how you defeat the enemy. It's how you suppress the enemy. You use that to make them so scared of the air above their heads that they hide, and then that frees you to maneuver when they can't maneuver. And so then you can flank them, stuff like that. That's what full auto fire is for. And so if you actually want to be shooting people with any kind of accuracy, you switch to single shot. And so that's how I play these games now. Let's see here. All right, so the backstory of this, what we're doing, we are this sort of early special ops team. There was one of the early missions, we get captured. And this is during the fall of Berlin. And so we're captured, and there's, the whole Nazi regime is imploding all around us. And so we are at their mercy at first, but they're actually doing so much weird infighting that it gives us an opportunity to escape. And so basically, we kind of manipulated them into giving us an opportunity to start to get out of here. But we discovered through the course of that actually there's a group of Nazi leaders who are trying to escape Berlin so that they can continue fighting, either create an insurgency, or it's not really clear what they're going to do, but they're going to escape justice and probably try to create, fascist regimes elsewhere. And so now our final mission is to try to find and catch up to these Nazis. I'm having trouble telling friend from foe right now. But yeah, so we're trying to catch this sort of new Fuhrer, guy who wants to be the new Fuhrer, Freisinger, and we're trying to get him before he can escape. I don't know. Is he going to escape to South America? That seems to be what Nazis like to do, right? Oh, yes. Eat Bren. One way to tell friend from foe is whoever's shooting me is foe. But, in real life, obviously, being shot means that it's already too late. In a game like this, where you can get shot and be fine, you can just use your own, receipt of bullets as a way of identifying enemies. Oh, yikes. Attack that guy, please. Somebody. There we go. Of course, I do like to imagine when I'm playing a game like this that when my character, takes damage and then heals really fast, that they're not actually taking bullet wounds and then healing from them. That they're actually just taking close calls and being intimidated by bullets, like they're being suppressed, basically. Because if you take damage in this game and you don't sit down and hide, then you will take damage again, and then you're gonna die. So it does actually suppress you. So basically, I consider taking damage in games like this to just be being suppressed, and then it's only when I die do I say that, oh, that's when I took an actual bullet. Which I think that's actually what they do in, I think in Uncharted, that literally is what the game says is happening. Like when you take damage in Uncharted, they're saying what you're doing is you're seeing your luck run out. Okay, I think I might have shot everybody I can shoot with this thing without advancing. Maybe not. I keep finding people I can shoot. I appreciate these Nazis for just sort of lining up so I can shoot them all. This is great. Very helpful, guys. I appreciate it. I get the sense, though, this might be one of those Call of Duty areas where enemies will spawn forever until I advance. Yeah, this is saying chase Freisinger. So maybe just sitting there and shooting Nazis is not actually going to be the right move. Oh, they're all running away. That's right. Oh, wait. Are these my friends? Oh, whoops. Oh! These are Red Army guys. Sorry, they look just like Nazis. In the dark. Ooh. Yes, scripted explosion.
This goddamn tank! You're a lucky bugger. Hey, Riggs, can you take out those Panthers? Yeah, I'd love to, but those MGs will blow me to shit first.
That building over there. I can get in, find a window. Clear the gunners out of the courtyard.
I might like you after this.
Do it. Wade, Lucas, you're with me. Polina?
I'll toss you the player. There we go.
We're counting on you.
As you should.
Okay, I love that they switched characters by having him toss her a piece of equipment. But I also think it's funny. Okay, so I have to keep her sniper rifle. I actually would prefer to use a pistol here, just because it's more badass. But yeah, I like the idea that that actually I, the player, was in that bag, and that's what he handed her. Here, take the player and go. Okay, it says I'm supposed to get up there. There's a. Oh, here we go. So Polina can climb stuff. So each of the characters has got some skill they have the other characters don't have. I think Riggs can throw grenades better. Archer was his name, I think. The guy I just was playing as, he can give orders to the team, though that's got, you know, maybe limited utility. I forgot what the other guy can do. Something special. Okay, let's not get killed. Thanks. Oh. I love killing an enemy with the last bullet in my magazine. Okay, 9 bullets left. There's totally a guy over there. Get some ammo. 3 bullets. Yay. Could have sworn there was still a guy. I guess I should grab this Volkssturmgewehr, but it's just so much fun to be using a pistol for this. Oh wait, there's another ammo right here. Get it? All right. Very little ammo, but oh. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Oh, no more machine gunner. Oh, look at that. Oh. No more anti-aircraft soon. Oh, wait. No machine gunner there. Oh, he moved. Okay, when he pops his head up again, I'm going to shoot him and his friend. Oh, wait. No, he's down there. Never mind. I was going to try to get 2 people with 1 shot. But what am I here to do? Let's check my objective. Oh, clear the courtyard of snipers, specifically. Right. So they can see my... When I aim at them, they can see my scope. So I gotta be cautious. Come on. Where'd he go? There he is. Haha. And then there's an MG over there I need to get. Yes. Oh, now there's flamethrowers. Oh, these guys take extra damage, do they? What if I shoot their tanks? Looks like there's nothing different if I shoot their tanks. Oh, no, there we go. Yeah! Oh, man, those poor guys. Just get this guy with the grenade. Oh, it bounced like crazy. Never mind. Now I'm low on ammo. So I've got 2 more shots. Ah, there we go. So they spawned 1 more flamethrower guy to do that move. I like watching how they make the cinematic stuff here happen. Oh, now she fired the player bullet. That was the bullet that the player was on. Oh gosh. Okay, destroy tanks. Let's swap to my what? Oh, satchel charges. Right. Can I get down here? All right. Let's get over here. Now, I don't know. Okay. Yeah, take that. I'm gonna satchel that guy, and then, is it timed? I think it might be timed. Oh, look, so the tracers don't have collision. They're just going straight through the wall. All right, where are the other 2 tanks? Okay, there's one over on the right side. Now, do I have enough protection here that I can flank them? Me and the Red Army? By the way, I'm really sorry that this game is intense enough that I am just not at all paying any attention to the chat. I honestly don't know how I would. Yikes! What? Ah! Something's shooting me. Okay. Ah! Everyone's shooting me. It seems like I'm behind enemy lines. Okay. Let's not get hit by a grenade. Okay, I think I've attached... There we go. Oh, it did damage, but it didn't actually kill the... Oh, there we go. There, the tank's dead. Where's the last one? Up there? Okay. We'll get it from behind. Shoot these idiots. Oh, so right now I'm hearing the part of the soundtrack that plays as you're loading into a multiplayer game. They're playing that tune right now. It's kind of funny how, like, I don't know, a song being familiar can really give it a lot of extra emotional resonance. And so, I mean, this soundtrack is great, but I think it's the fact that I've heard it so much as I've like loaded into multiplayer games that it's really standing out to me. Like every time I hear that dun 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 dun, dun it's like it gives me this weird like nostalgia hit that makes it more exciting. And it also, like, I end up sort of hearing it. It's not just nostalgia, actually. I think it's actually more like when one part of the soundtrack is familiar but other parts aren't. I think that there's like this kind of almost bittersweet feeling you get, where it's like you're getting 2 different emotions from the soundtrack at once. There's sort of either a sense of recognition in this case, or just there's a different mood to one part of the song, and then there's another mood going on at the same time. Those can like hit you more emotionally effectively. It kind of reminds me actually of the there's a sequence. I won't go into too much detail about it, but there's a sequence in Stranger Things 4. Just toss that in there. Oh, we got a grenade in there. Sweet, nice. Sweet. Oh, and now I threw some garbage at Wade, so now I'm Wade. This is fun. This final mission, because you spend the entire game playing as all these different characters in different scenarios, and having you switch between them rapidly like this, theatrically. I forgot what focus was. Oh, it's slow motion? Anyway, this is a fun way to end this story. I'm enjoying it. Anyway, but there's a sequence in Stranger Things 4 where there's a character who they have to do something scary while listening to a song, and so they work the song into the soundtrack, and it's got this perfect mood to it. It's like I don't know if I felt as emotionally exhilarated by a piece of media as I, in a long time as I was by that moment in Stranger Things 4. Not everything in Stranger Things 4 feels like it's got the right tone to me, but that one particular moment really did. Oh, who's shooting at me? Oh, you jerks. Oh, crap. Right, I wasn't paying attention to the grenade. There was a grenade right next to me and I didn't do anything about it. Yeah, so, Ranith Gord, sorry that I'm not listening to, not reading chat right now. Wow, every single one of those shots hit a railing, huh? Okay. Okay, I was about to say, I thought that Call of Duty had the ability to, like, shoot through things. What was going on there? Alright, I don't have a lot of bullets left, but this kind of worked before except for the grenade. So I'm going to do it again and just try to learn from the one thing I did wrong, or one thing I did the wrongest, which was ignoring that grenade. I am running low on bullets right now. I wonder if I should grab this Stig, just so that I'm more likely to run into useful ammo refreshes. Oh, and there's a Panzerschreck. Where did it go? Where's the Panzer? Oh, there it is. Yeah, these guys who can flank me have got to go. There's a bunch going on inside here. Yay! Okay, I got somebody. Oh, yikes. What's going on here? Okay, got the guys in the middle. I guess if I wanted to just do some long-range shooting, I could grab this Kar 98K, but it doesn't have a scope or anything on it, so I mean, I might as well be using the Stig. Oh, Red Army friend, right? Yes. Oh no, that's Arthur. I'm just gonna run out here and grab some ammo. Thanks. Luckily, see, the thing that's always fun about, I don't know, early Call of Duty stuff is that there were enough people involved in each battle that, like, you always felt like you were just one soldier, right? In a much bigger story, which meant actually you had a fair amount of survivability. It's like you were not the one character that everything depended on. Like, you know, you weren't just going behind enemy lines all by yourself. Are these bad guys? Yes. And so it wasn't like, you know, an entire room full of idiots are all shooting at you, and you happen to survive. That just seems improbable. But in a setting like this, where there's a, like, you know, half of these soldiers that I'm looking at, they're shooting at other people. I'm flanking them while they're distracted by the rest of the battle. Like, I don't know. It's nice because, like, you get to be involved in this thing that's bigger than yourself, and you get to do all of this exciting stuff, but you're not always feeling like you are, you know, moments from death all the time. It's nice, especially playing it like regular difficulty. Oh, hello. Let's get as much ammo as we can.
All you wait.
Sounds like they expected us. Hey, Lucas, you got a banger for me? Give him me best.
Ah, Granata. Okay, it's jerking. It's automatically jerking my crosshair around. So I think it thought it was helping me by moving my crosshair to each guy, but it was not helping. Like, I was actually having a harder time hitting people.
If I never see Berlin again, it'll be too soon.
I can't believe I'm agreeing with you on something.
Glad we're all getting along.
Rising is right out of here, can't be far.
This is it. Our final innings.
Let's get this bastard. For Novak.
And for Richard.
This ends today.
It's time.
Here we go.
Fuck, where is he? He's gotta be on the runway.
Nobody's in here? As soon as I get into a vulnerable spot, they're gonna be everywhere.
Move fast!
Brace yourselves.
Arthur, he's on you!
Okay, these are the guys with all the health, right?
Wait on you, boss. Take down that Jägermorder.
Wait on you, boss.
You know, enemies with just a lot of health are not that interesting to me in a Call of Duty game.
Still got a sniper here. Still got a sniper here.
Maybe that's not what I'm facing. Maybe it's a sniper. Or maybe we already took down the guy with all the health. I don't know. Okay. So my guys can distract the sniper, which lets me get closer without the guy seeing me. So I can get behind their lines. Can I get behind? Okay, how am I supposed to get this person? Okay, I hit him once. Ah! So every time this guy moves, there's smoke.
Got a sniper here.
It's like a farting sniper. So maybe I wasn't supposed to get this close. There we go, got him. I thought I was supposed to flank him.
This is it.
Gonna take two of us.
Oh, here we go.
Come on then. We've got this.
Oh, my guys got everybody. Cool.
Just run, Arthur. We're covering you.
Out of my way!
What is this? Curse 45? I don't think I know this one. Oh, hi. What? I was killed by an explosion? Move quickly to avoid them? Okay. I guess I was supposed to run. I didn't catch that. Let's try this again.
Come on then. We've got this.
There he is!
Don't stop. Just run, Arthur.
Don't. Okay, he did say don't stop, just run.
Back off, wanker.
Okay, I'm being shot at, so I think I should probably stop and hide behind cover, right? Okay, what are we doing?
Almost got him. Incoming.
Oh, no! I almost shot the guy. Oh, wait, what? Oh, no. I didn't know that was coming. I don't play this game for quick time events. Oh, no, no. Don't make me come all the way back here.
Come on then. We've got this.
I mean, I get it. Like, it would be pretty weird to just drop you right at that last moment. Like, it's more exciting and theatrical if you actually go through the entire experience in one go. But okay, and actually this isn't as bad. Like, how does this work at other difficulty levels? Because I took way too much damage doing what I was told to do.
It's over.
You cannot kill me.
And yet here we are.
I killed a lot of other people.
And even the Allies would leave their decision to inferiors such as yourself.
We need him alive, boss. The intel he's got's what we came for.
Hey, shoot him or bring him. I'm starting this plane.
He'll never talk.
Get up.
The nations will make sure I'm well taken care of. As payment for my cooperation. A peaceful new beginning. A life of American luxury. Might suit me.
I don't know.
Perhaps I might even start a new family.
Not for you.
He doesn't know how to make rockets, so I don't know.
There is no starting over.
Oh. Oh, what? What? What are we doing?
This is your new beginning. Fascistkaya Svenja.
Do you even know who I am? The value I can provide?
You're not worth it.
Suppose that's it then.
Let's get out of here.
So, it is disturbing to watch somebody who's supposed to be a good guy doing something like that. Probably not the choice I think they should have made. At the same time, if you haven't spent the entire game watching that guy be a Nazi, you might not understand how satisfying it is to actually watch him burn to death.
That's it. Let's take a look.
He's like a super Nazi.
The Cape Verde Islands, the Bahamas, Argentina.
Even Antarctica.
Christ.
Oh, all their plans to hide Nazis.
Spotting covert operations all over the world. Right under our noses.
Hey, you lot. Give this a gander.
Here we go.
Are they gonna make it?
We hit the bloody jackpot.
Come on, dig in.
How about this? Project Nova.
I can beat it. Project Ether. Reviving the dead.
Does anyone want some Nazi gold?
Looks like we're going to be busy. Keep going. Open them all.
Here you are. I was about to try this autopilot and come back. What's Project Aggregate?
Secret V2 rocket facility. You think you could fly one of those?
I can fly anything. Hang on back there!
Fucking way.
Our mission was complete, but there'd be more. Forged in the fires, we were the tip of the spear. We were the Vanguard.
I got an achievement! That's what it's all about. Wow, so I just beat XCOM 2 War of the Chosen, and I just beat Call of Duty Vanguard. I am cleaning out my library today. That feels pretty good. All right, so let me catch up with the chat. Sorry, by the way, that it took me... I spent that entire time just basically not reading the chat hardly at all. Like, I think most of you were talking to each other, which I appreciate. Zombie Brave Knight is suggesting that I ought to go play with Milo. Yeah, no, I did promise him that I was going to play Totally Reliable Delivery Service with him before he goes to bed. So what I'll probably do is, once we're done with the credits, which of course we need to watch, I'm going to, I'll wrap this up. I'll go, make sure get Milo all ready for bed. Then maybe we'll play a little bit of Totally Reliable Delivery Service before he actually heads to bed. Coalition is trying to get me to play Nightmare of Decay again. I mean, Nightmare of Decay was cute. I don't know if I actually need to play the entire thing. I got the point. You know, that's kind of the way that I play games. Is like I I try to get my hands on so many of them so I can see what everyone is doing across the industry. But I can't spend a lot of time on any one game most of the time because I got to keep moving on. Occasionally, a game will grab me enough that I'll be like, I have to play this entire thing and see what the whole thing does, you know. And so, Call of Duty Vanguard, I actually played through the campaign mostly because I know people who worked on it, and I kind of wanted to, you know, pay them the respect of playing their work. But then there's also, you know, like Tunic is doing such weird, bizarre, like retro but also revolutionary things that I felt like I had to play that one all the way through just to see what they did. And so here and there I get games like that. Wondering, I have no idea what you're talking about. Ah, what the heck? Okay, OneRed is talking about some term called Bratzies, which is apparently Nazis that look like sausages. I did not need to see that. I did not need to see that, OneRed. I think I might have missed the original context of why you were talking about those, because I was not reading the chat earlier, but what the heck? Okay. Well, I appreciate you informing me about what you were talking about. I think you've disturbed Coalición, too. It's from a movie called Yoga Hoser from Silent Bob. Okay. Got it. So yeah, I have not watched all of the Kevin Smith oeuvre. So yeah, a huge game like that. You're going to see a lot of names from a lot of different studios here because a game like this, you know, just big AAA games that have to come out regularly. The only solution to that, because stuff takes arbitrary amounts of time. Making video games is very difficult and unpredictable. And so if you're going to try to make something on a regular schedule, the way that Call of Duty is, and things go wrong, your only solution is to throw more people at the problem because you can't throw more time at it. And so you'll see these huge teams built up around games like this. Even when the campaign is fairly short, like if you're trying to hit a certain level of production values, like there's just all of these things you have to try to get right, and it just takes a ton of people. I can't believe the sheer number that we're seeing here, though. It's like, it's huge. All right, yeah, we've got some folks in the chat who are leaving, which makes perfect sense. We've won 2 games today, so yeah. I was glad to have you all here. Thank you for coming on this journey with me. Actually, I have no idea how long to expect this to take. Raven had 6 babies. Why did I look at that and say 4? 6 babies during this production. And then here's Treyarch. Okay, so they had Infinity Ward, Raven, Treyarch, High Moon. I think I've counted 4 studios so far listed here. They're not even giving people titles. They're just trying to get through everyone. Oh, the sheer number. And then, of course, yeah, there's people who are just at the publisher, Activision. Zombie Brave Knight says, State of Decay 2 had 1 studio. Did we, though? I mean, we've had these external studios working with us to try to get stuff done. I think a lot of the early work on State of Decay 2 was 1 studio, but we had outsourcers building our art throughout a lot of the process. And we also had, we brought in other studios. Valkyrie, thank you. I just couldn't think of the name Valkyrie. We brought in Valkyrie to help us build a lot of our recent stuff. We've got other studios that have been working with us too. So yeah, no, even State of Decay 2, which is a much smaller game than a lot of these other games that I've been playing. We also it took multiple studios to make this kind of thing work. OneRed says, great stream, Jeffrey, or do you prefer Jeff? I prefer Jeffrey. I'll answer to Jeff, but yeah, no, I actually do prefer to be called by my full name. Partly just because, when I was younger, I went by Jeffrey at home until I was like 5. Then I went to school, and no one would call me Jeffrey. They all called me Jeff, and I couldn't get them to stop. And so I just basically got used to Jeff for a really long time, and that's how I would think of myself. That's how I introduced myself. But then when I went to Undead Labs, there was already a prominent Jeff at the studio. They were like, so do you always have to go by Jeff? Could you go by like Jeffrey or something that might be simpler? I was like, yes, actually, because I did, even though I went by Jeff, I did still prefer to have my full name. Like, the name Jeffrey is much more respectable than the name Jeff for some reason in my head. And so when I was like, when people would ask me, oh, how do you want to be credited on this game? I would say Jeffrey, which meant that some people, the people who asked me, put Jeffrey in the credits, and the people that didn't ask me put Jeff in the credits. And so I actually had, like, it was confusing to try to find me on, like, Moby games and stuff because my name was so erratic. And so the idea of switching over to actually being called Jeffrey day to day, so people actually, so that the name people called me and the name people put in the credits would be the same name, was actually, I jumped at the chance. And so now, yeah, now I'm really used to people calling me Jeffrey. Yeah, Coalition says, the thing about Nightmare of Decay is you were 2 clicks away from the first boss fight. Because I went into that big, like, meat locker, right? And I didn't notice that there was something I could interact with in there. That's fine. It's okay if I don't see the first boss battle. Somebody else can discover that. Somebody can watch my video and be like, ooh, I'm interested in this game. Buy it, and then they play through the boss battle. Which is what happened with you, La Coalition. So it worked. It worked exactly the way I wanted it to. Oh, Vonred, I'm glad that you liked that story. Brave Knight, I know somebody else who has the same 2 first initials as you, and they have told me a similar story to, I imagine, the one that you would tell. So, yeah, I get it. Oh, wait. I don't want it to go to sleep. We're still watching these beautiful credits. So we got a bunch of marketing people and jizz? Sure. Global IT. Wow. Seriously, even just like the sort of service professions involved in this take so many people just to keep the rest of the team going. It's crazy. Oh, hey, La Coalition says that, you know, his name is Bernardo, but he goes by sometimes Berna or Bernie, and people, you know, just, they never call him by his full name. And he says kudos to the nickname system in State of Decay 2 because he's seen several of his nicknames in the game. Good. We actually, I should tell you, I put special effort into making sure that Mexican nicknames were in the game because one of our top environment builders, world builders, is a guy named Luis who is from Mexico. And when I was about to start working on Spanish nicknames, I asked him for input. I asked him to suggest nicknames for me. Like I gave him the list, like a list basically of the most common given names in Mexico. And he went through and he like wrote down all the nicknames that he could think of for all of these names, so we would have authentic Mexican nicknames. And the funny thing was, then we had our localization team vet all of our choices, and like the people who, you know, their job was to translate things into different languages, we had them go through and vet it all and tell us if we got it right. And so, you know, we got really good feedback from a lot of folks from that team, but the Spanish localizer went through and he just redlined through the entire thing, crossed everything out, said, this is garbage, what are you doing? All these names are terrible. Because he was from Spain, where they have a completely different nicknaming tradition than they have in Mexico. And that was the point where I learned, like, oh, I didn't realize how different this was. And now I wasn't explicitly trying to represent people of Spanish descent in the game. I was mostly focusing on the largest demographics in the United States, which includes people from Mexico, much more than people from Spain. And so I had the right nickname list representing people from Mexico, but at the time, I actually had that list crossing over with other Spanish-speaking nationalities. Like I had, you know, like say people from Cuba, for instance, would by default use the same Spanish name list as everyone else. And I was like, nope, I got to fix this. So I separated it out and I said, okay, the Mexican nicknames that I got from Luis are only for Mexican characters. And then I split off and had other Spanish demographics that did not have that nickname list. So if you get a character who's got, you know, a name like Paco or Nacho or you know, any of these like names that were on Luis's list, chances are that character is explicitly from Mexico. Not that those nicknames don't appear in other Spanish-speaking cultures. Several of them, many of them probably do here and there around the region. But because I didn't know for sure, I always erred on the side of trying to get it accurate. And so that list that I got from Luis only went to Mexican characters because I wanted to make sure that I wasn't giving those nicknames that were specifically from Mexico to Spanish-speaking characters from other places. Licorice says, I bet it was a challenge to translate nicknames from other languages and cultures. It was, but it was really enlightening. It was a lot of fun. Like, I found out about this, my friend Serenith, who's got a background from a couple different places in Southeast Asia. She taught me about this nicknaming tradition they have in Southeast Asia, where, you know, you'll give a child their given name, and then you'll immediately give them a nickname that is not their given name that they will use for the rest of their life. And that's, I think it's got its root in like ancient like superstitions and stuff like that about, you know, knowing someone's true name, giving you some kind of like, you know, magical power over them, stuff like you see in like, I don't know, Ursula K. Le Guin books. But it's just, at this point, it's a cultural tradition. It's not really because you're worried about, you know, you know, magical type stuff. It's just, this is how you name people in that part of the world. And so we made sure that our game also reflected that. So if you get a character who is like, say, Lao, there's a decent chance that they will be going by a name that looks different from their given name, just a little quick short nickname. And I pulled that from a list of the most common names like that too. So yeah, so like I learned a lot about Mexican nicknames. I learned a lot about Southeast Asian nicknames, and it was a lot of fun. Zombie Brave Knight says, your nickname system is amazing. Thank you. It's my favorite thing I've ever designed. So I like talking about it, and when people appreciate it, it makes me feel really good. So thank you for saying that. So yeah, Le Coalition says, definitely. At my college, we get a lot of people from Spain, and they speak Spanish way differently from most of Hispanic America. Yeah, no, as I understand it, like I know that the accent is really, really different. That people from Spain speak with the accent that's like the sort of the lispy accent that turns S sounds into TH sounds, and stuff like that, which is very different from the Mexican accent. So I imagine that there's no question if somebody from Spain shows up at your school, I bet there's no question about where they're from. Just like, you know, like an Australian shows up in America, and everyone who speaks English is just like, oh well, that person is from Australia, obviously. Let's see here. Okay, so I don't know. I missed something because I don't know what the context was. Wanred is talking about his brother meeting Mr. T in the Air Force Academy. What was the background on that? Oh, interesting. So Wanred says that his older brother's name is Bernard and his middle name is Arnold, so went by B.A. Like B.A. Baracus, the Mr. T character in the A-Team. Okay, now I get the reference. I'm glad I looked back. That was good. There's something else. So Seta Hotbot says, I wish there were Irish characters as well. Yeah, so that was an interesting one because to truly represent somebody as being Irish in a game that's set in the United States, we would have to give them an accent. And unfortunately, like our accents, each new voice we give a character is so expensive that we really only wanted to go for voices that were very representative of like large demographics in the United States. And there's not a huge like Irish expat community in the United States compared with other demographics like Mexican Americans. And so they would probably be pretty far down the list as far as accents that we would represent. And because we're not representing the accent, just giving someone an Irish name, it didn't feel like it was sort of worthwhile to sort of have this very distinct sliver of characters who have exclusively Irish names. Though we did, like in sort of the Anglo-American, which is the English-speaking American name list, or like, you know, or whatever, people who have sort of that like British Isles background, which I called Anglo-American. I realize actually to an Irish person calling it Anglo-American might not feel right. Sorry about that. But there are a lot of Irish names worked into that. You know, like what was what was his name? Oh yeah, like my I've got a friend who's got a son named I believe Kieran, but it's spelled in a very Irish way, and so we got that name in there. There's a bunch of Irish names scattered in there, but there aren't characters who come across as being genuinely Irish. You know, yeah. But I do listen to a lot of Irish people on podcasts and stuff like that. So I really love. In fact, I've got Irish Siri on my phone because I really do love the way that the Irish accent sounds. I think a lot of the podcasters I listen to who are Irish are actually Northern Irish, and they got Northern Irish accent specifically, the sort of high now brown cow accent. As far I hear them talking to each other, them and sort of the English podcasters talking to each other about their accents, and so I pick up some of the discussion about it. I can't do good impressions of any of them, though, unfortunately. I wish I could. I would love to be great at doing dialects, but I just can't. Zombie Brave Knight is just being blown away by the sheer number of credits on this. Right? This is... And all of these are just like different entire companies that devoted a bunch of effort to building this. I think we're getting to the peripheral stuff now, like some NVIDIA people. We're getting into like the weeds here now. But yeah, games are made by a lot of people. More people a lot of the time than a lot of movies. Oh, hey, Pipeworks. I've known some people at Pipeworks. Hal Milton! Hal Milton was my design director at an old studio. I love that guy. That guy's great. He's, I think, I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I think he goes by Hat Mitten on Twitter or something like that. But yeah, he's cool. I like that dude. Sweet guy. It was random. Who else do I know? I don't think I know anyone at Red Hot because these names indicate that that is a very far away studio that I'm unlikely to have met anyone from. Sacred Sword? There's 3 people at a place called Sacred Sword that did something for this game. I wonder who. I get very curious about this and organizing all of this. So just imagine having your job be to make all of these studios work together on creating a single product. I mean, that seems like that would be actually harder than having one studio do it. Like, yeah, there's bigger things that you can accomplish with this many different studios, but trying to make something, like, it gets harder and harder to make it good and make it feel cohesive the more studios you involve. Coalition. I don't know if I'm going to try to recreate the FBI bar in Call of Duty. Now that I've had my fill of the multiplayer. Once I unlocked all of my diamond weapons in the multiplayer, I realized that I was done. I needed to spend my time on other things. And now that I've beaten the campaign, there's literally no reason for me to play this game anymore. So I'm going to put it away. I'm going to delete it. And I'm going to come back to Call of Duty when the new one comes out this fall. Because there's always a new Call of Duty every fall. And my tradition is to always play it. So definitely not done with Call of Duty. But I think I'm done with Call of Duty Vanguard for now. La Coalition says, I would love to do logistics on game development. Yeah, actually, I mean, for people who are into that, that sounds like a really challenging and interesting profession. In fact, we've got, the producers that I work with on State of Decay are, really top-notch people, and they're very clever, like, coming up with, because this is the largest team I've ever worked on, State of Decay 3, and watching the producers come up with solutions and processes to try to make sure that we're not just constantly dropping the ball all the time, people failing to communicate about something and just losing track of something they're supposed to do. It would be so easy to just do that constantly. And the producers that sort of keep things running smoothly are just very incredible. I can't do that. So La Coalition is just putting a bunch of N's with tildes over them in the chat, which I guess means he's whining. Are you making whining sounds? I can't quite tell what you're doing there. Folks are talking about the sort of different pronunciation standards used by different languages that use the Roman alphabet. Things like a double L being a y sound instead of an ul sound. Or actually, a double L. Double L's are weird because double L's, in Spanish are y. In English, they're l. But in Welsh, there's something like ll, like they're like a sloshy sound. I don't really know how to make it, but it's something like the name Llewellyn. I think it's something like Llewellyn or something like that. It's different. Oh, check it out! Rare achievement. Watch the credits to completion. Yes, achievement unlocked. Connection failed. Great. Awesome. Okay, well, that was Call of Duty Vanguard. That is the last of Call of Duty Vanguard I'm ever going to stream on here. Thank you for hanging out with me while I played it. I am going to go and put my son to bed because, I'm going to get him ready for bed and then we're going to play because I promised him we were going to play together before we went to bed. So that's what I'm going to go do. Thank you all for sticking with me through all this. It was fun having you along. It was fun having people to talk to and to listen to. or read, I guess. I'm not technically listening to you the way you're listening to me. But, yeah. So, Zombie Brave Knight is suggesting that I ought to put a black bar on the screen full of links to other video games if you're watching this later on YouTube. And there's a subscribe button, so subscribe to my channel and see what other weird games I move on to now that I am done with Call of Duty Vanguard and XCOM 2.